So you may or may not know, some of you know, that in my civilian capacity, I'm a VA medical center chaplain. I've been doing that for about 26 years. And if you've ever done that kind of work, you know that when emergencies happen, sometimes you pray before you get to the emergency so that you do the right thing when you get there. Well, likewise, when I'm preparing a prayer for a public gathering like this, I pray before I write my prayer, right? Because I want it to say what needs to be said and to be the words of God to the group to inspire and encourage them. So yesterday during the rehearsal, I wrote the first part of the prayer that I prayed this morning. And I came down this morning and I was sitting here thinking about it, and a verse that has always impacted my life. I wrote my dissertation in seminary on the book of Micah, and Micah 6:8 has been the guiding principle of it's written on things at our house, it's engraved on things. And so when I'm sitting there, I just had this little moment of inspiration that said, why don't you wrap up this prayer with Micah 6:8, right? And so I literally added that 15 minutes before we started. And then when I was thinking about what Chaplain Kitchens was saying in our theme, which I'm going to read a little prepared statement here about that. But I thought, if we just stuck with Micah 6:8, right? If in every interaction with one another, with our colleagues, our airmen, our families, if we seek to do justice, and we seek to love mercy, and we seek to walk humbly with God, everything else is going to take care of itself, right? If we approach those interactions and those relationships in that way. So I kind of went off script for a moment, but I just wanted to let you know where that came from this morning in my personal spiritual life. So our theme for this summit is respect, service, and trust fortifies readiness. Hashtag RST4R. And so I am grateful to be here and excited to have each of you here for us to learn about that. Today's emphasis and this week's emphasis is on treating each other with dignity and respect. What respect means to you, what it means to the people you work with and work for. Respect is defined as an act of giving particular consideration and high or special regard. It's deference to one another is what it is. It's when we look at another person and go, we can't look at something on a sleeve or on the front chest of an OCP and go, oh, that person has this education or that person has this experience, because we don't know. We're all unique. We come from all different backgrounds. We come from all different experiences. We all bring different gifts. It might be our personality. It might be a certain skill set. It might be certain training. But we have to start with that, holding people with special consideration and high regard. I like to think of it when I brief the new nurses at the hospital. I put up the phrase, Imago Dei, right, in the image of God, because people will say, how do you deal with an individual who shows up at the chaplain's office who may be homeless or addicted to some drug or something, and they're seeking maybe money or other resources and things? I tell them, the first thing I try to do is tell myself, this person was created in the image of God. I try not to judge that person for because I don't know what brought them there. And I try to start there. And on my best days, I start there, and it works really well to take care of that person. So first, we need to look at each other like that. Some synonyms of respect are appreciation, esteem, admiration, and honor. So what we want you to do today is to take some time to reflect and ponder upon those words and upon what respect specifically means to you in your individual situation. How do you define it? How do you live it out? How do you see it around you in others? And so that's really the introduction that Chaplain Kitchens had asked us to say about our topic for today.